What if the phone in your pocket wasn't built to follow trends, but to challenge them? The idea is simple. Stop chasing what exists and start creating what doesn't. That's exactly the mindset behind the iPhone Air, and from the moment you pick it up, you realize this thing shouldn't even be possible, yet it is. At just 5.6 millimeters thin, this isn't a small upgrade, it's a complete rethink. While most phones kept getting thicker and heavier, Apple flipped the question. What if a phone could be thin, light, and still powerful? The result feels less like a product and more like a bold experiment in engineering. Titanium frame, A19 Pro chip, ultra-dense logic board, ceramic shield 2. Everything inside is packed with intent, and at only 165 grams, it's noticeably lighter than the iPhone 17 Pro. Numbers don't do it justice. The moment you hold it, the difference hits instantly, and that's where things get interesting. Because despite all this innovation, the market didn't respond the way Apple expected. Sales dropped hard, returns spiked, prices were cut by 30% just to move units. For a phone this ambitious, the reaction was surprisingly harsh, and it forced Apple into a decision no one saw coming. Production stopped, just like that, and the message from users was clear. We don't want radical change, we want reliability, better battery, more cameras, stronger value. The iPhone Air didn't fail quietly, it failed loudly, and the reasons start to make sense when you compare it directly. For just a little more money, the iPhone 17 Pro offers triple cameras, stronger battery life, stereo speakers, and more features overall. Meanwhile, the Air asks for a premium price while giving you less. It covers the basics, yes, but in this price range, basic isn't enough, and that's where Apple miscalculated. After using it daily for 7 months, something unexpected happens. You start appreciating simplicity. There are moments you can't even feel it in your pocket. You search for it only to realize it's been there the whole time. That weight, or lack of it, changes how you experience a phone. The first few weeks feel magical. People notice it instantly. They want to hold it, test it, compare it. Every other phone suddenly feels heavy, almost outdated. And when you're lying down, watching content for hours, your hands don't get tired. It's subtle, but it matters more than you think. Durability surprises you too. Even without a case, it holds up. A few accidental drops later, it still looks clean. The titanium frame proves its strength, and the ceramic shield 2 does its job. On the surface, this feels like near-perfect hardware, until the real problems begin to show. iOS 26 changes everything, and not in a good way. Bugs everywhere. Glitches in Safari, broken layouts, random UI shifts, apps misbehaving, keyboard delays. Even basic tasks feel inconsistent. It's not one issue, it's a chain reaction that turns daily use into frustration. Then there's the feel of the phone itself. Weak haptics, flat audio, performance dips under pressure, even with a powerful chip, and within months, resale value drops significantly. For a device in this price range, that's a serious hit, and it raises a bigger question about long-term value. But here's the twist. Battery life isn't as bad as people said. Over time, the system adapts. With mixed usage, it holds up better than expected. Around 5.5 hours of screen time and heavy use, slightly less with video. Not the best, but not a deal breaker either, which changes the narrative again. The camera keeps things simple. A single 48-megapixel system, clean results, solid detail, natural processing. It works, but lacks flexibility. No RAW, limited zoom, fewer creative options. The display, though, is excellent. Bright, smooth, reliable. So the experience feels balanced, but not complete. And that's the contradiction. A beautifully engineered phone held back by compromises that matter. It proves what's possible, but asks users to give up too much. Still, there's something about it, something you don't want to let go, and maybe, just maybe, it wasn't built for today.